We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah, yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Man, pool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Man, pool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution. Ayy, Bitcoin is the one, no substitution. Ayy, with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We are live for another Ordinal hour. We hope you like the new song. We hope you like the intro. We love your feedback. Put it in the comments. Let us know what you think. Should we change it? Should we keep it? Let us know in the comments. That was Sam Sage. Phenomenal artist, guys. The most underrated artist, in my opinion. The guy is phenomenal. He will always be our go-to for songs and music and everything that we highly recommend you doing the same. Sam is a legend in the space. And best thing about Sam, too, is his community. We're not going outside the community. We're bringing guys from the community to do things for us. Everyone who's going to work for our show is going to be eventually, they're community members. Everyone's going to be a community member. So hell yeah to that. So we have a lot of amazing topics to go through, but we're gonna get the show started. I'm gonna bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
You're not bullish enough. Hey, you're not bullish enough. Man, that song got me hype coming into the show.
We're down at the bottom bobbing, man. That's fun. I like it. And the best part about it too is like I hit up Sam. I said, yeah, I want these words in the song. And then he sends me that. What, like, there's no editing, nothing. It's just, this is what you get. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, it wasn't no like feedback or nothing. It was just, it's just good. But yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. And if you don't know Sam Sage, you haven't, been in the space very long, or you've been living under a rock. He's one of the co-founders, I believe, or one of the major influences behind the Water Nookies, the Nookies collection. He's been just in the space educating for a long time. So we love the fact that, like, he's been able to cut these tracks for us, and it's worked out so well. So we appreciate you, Sam, another fellow Texan. We just thank you for that. So
yeah, that's the worst part about Sam is from Texas. But anyway, no, I'm just playing. So I guess we got to get into the King, right? He's running. The King got the ball, and he's going yard, bro. So I'm excited to dig into that.
For sure, man, for sure. And like you said, he's been running up to 69.573 right now. It looks like really pushing up, man. This is the hourly chart, as we always start off with here. It looks like throughout the night and kind of later half of yesterday, that pickup started to happen. You can see here, wow, man, we lasted a long time over in the overbought section over here in the stochastic RSI. We did creep back down. I mean, that's just always going to happen. It's like a pendulum swing, right? Even if things are going good, you got to have it swing back and forth, and you can't stay up here forever. But now it looks like we took our step down and very, very quickly, barely lasted here in the oversold territory and just jumped right back up. So I don't know. I don't know if this is good or bad. It's so weird when we talk about Bitcoin now, because it used to always be like up, come on, up. We just want up. Now it's kind of like, do we want up only, or do we want it to go down a little bit further so other whales can kind of get in, and ordinals can kind of catch up and stuff like that? How do you feel about that?
I want the FOMO. I want to force the whales to get in the 80. I want them to be foaming at the mouth and say, you know what? Screw it, I'm in. And that's going to happen after the halving, because everyone knows after the halving is when the run happens. You go back in history, it always happens after the halving. Nobody feels late at this point. There's going to be a point where everyone's going to feel late, and that's when the FOMO is going to happen. That's when the God candles happen. That's when people are foaming at the mouth for any type of pullback so they can get in. And if they're not even going to wait for pullbacks at times. So, I mean, it's going to get exciting. It's going to get fun. This is only the beginning. We're in March of a halving year. Like, go back in history. Like, I mean, we had the chart right here. It's insane.
Yeah. And guys, this is probably why Shizzy and I don't mess with leverage too much. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure that there was some of these bears, the Gareths of the world that probably was like, I was right. I knew it was going to happen. And now we're going to get our, 40% dip that we always get in March. And, we said a 20% dip would bring it to 58K. So it didn't even get there. I think the lowest I saw it on the chart was 61, maybe. Yeah. It might have wicked really quick and I didn't catch that, but those don't count to me because it's so like a second.
For me, it's all about those daily closes. Like I'm a daily guy. If it doesn't close below something, it never hit it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. I think that's a good rule of thumb to kind of stick by. But so there could be some blood in the streets with the bears, saying, okay, that March dip was coming. It's coming. We knew it was going to be here, and they took stronger positions and they added to their position to short even further. And look where they would be at right now. It's a bloodbath. That's why using leverage is so dangerous. That's just kind of a life tip. I wouldn't say financial tip, because it's just whenever you're too greedy is whenever it really burns you. But back to kind of the ordinals here, because we talked about how, like, when Bitcoin runs up pretty strong, ordinals does one of two things. Obviously, it's either going to run up with it, and it doesn't do that typically. It did this last time in the ordinals collection side, not tokens, but for the most part, Bitcoin kind of runs away from ordinals a little bit, and ordinals kind of go the other direction. Is that what you see with this? If this continually goes up?
Yeah, I feel like everything's going to go down against Bitcoin these next 2 weeks, the next 3 weeks, really, and then we're really going to see Bitcoin really go hard into the halving. I truly believe that. I truly believe when there's like 8-9 days left to halving, I think Bitcoin is just going to be on a rampage, an absolute rampage. And then, buy the rumor, sell the news type situation after the halving where we dip. But that's going to be really good dip for ordinals. And because runestones are just going to come out, right? So I feel like a lot of that money that people are going to make in the next 2-3 weeks is going to be poured into runestones. You're going to see Rune Zero start out at like $100 million market cap.
Yeah.
Rune Zero, right?
Well, yeah. Well, you were saying runestones, but runes is what
I said.
Rune
Zero. Rune Zero.
No, I know before that you were like pour into runestones, but I mean, everybody gets what you mean by that. Like, yeah, just the rune tokens, and so no, no, I agree with you. And there's some people that will probably come out and say, well, this isn't your typical cycle. We hit all-time high before halving, so don't expect having to have this boom up and stuff. And I'll just say, well, there was a reason why we hit all-time high pre-halving, but there isn't a reason why we wouldn't continue to go up post-halving. The reason why is because the ETF buy pressure pre-halving. So that's the reason. But there's no like catalyst or anything as of yet for us to be bearish post halving or right when the halving happens, right? Plus the on-chain economy is huge. We talked about this in our update yesterday, and so I just don't see, I don't see any scenario really, other than, God forbid, some huge black swan event really causing the halving or post halving to not be bullish. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't see any bearishness at all. I think that either there's a left translated cycle or the super cycle. I don't see it being a normal cycle. And if it's left translated, we're going to be, at 200K within the next 7-8 months, right? 9 months. And if it's the super cycle, we're going to be at 700K in the next 500, 600 days, 700 days. So and either way, I think we're going to either hit that 200 number in a left translated cycle, which basically means a shorter cycle, or we're going to go hard into a super cycle. And I'm leaning more towards the super cycle because I feel like, these guys are in this for the long term. And like, I feel like when you're selling your Bitcoin at 200K, I feel like it's going to be the BlackRock guys not giving a crap. The kind of like, and just buying up. Like, they don't care about the price of the Bitcoin. They just want the Bitcoin. And I truly believe that because they see it as more than just an investment tool. They kind of see it as digital real estate. And I think they want that. And I think they're finally getting what Michael Saylor has been talking about and understanding it. And it's not, so when I say BlackRock, the people that own BlackRock are the guys who, like the Rothschilds and the guys who really pulled the strings.
Vanguards,
And
all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
they own a little
Warbucks
bit
of the world.
Yeah, exactly. Did you say the Warlocks?
The Warbucks.
Okay, because I was gonna say they probably are. They are the warlocks too of the world. Yeah, they all own a little bit of each other, which is funny, right? Because then whenever they get in a jam or a pickle, they're like, our powers combined. We are, Captain Planet. We can freaking get each other out of a ditch. But
Earth.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think there's two scenarios, and both of them are win-win, right? Like, one of them is more of a win if you are in it for a little bit of the longer game, which most of our listeners, I would imagine, are. And then even if you're here for short term, like the next 12 months, it's a win with the left translated cycle. So I don't know. I just feel like for us that covers a specific part of the space primarily. Obviously, we look at the outside as well, but we really focus in on Bitcoin ecosystem. I think that what a great time to be in this ecosystem because of the on-chain activity that's about to come once Runes is launched here. So
100%. Yeah, I mean, I think it's up only no matter what. I think the next 6 to 17 months are going to be absolutely phenomenal, but we'll see.
Yep. And guys, remember, put your questions in the chat. We will get to your questions in the Ordinals after hour. Shizzy and I will go through each and every one of y'all's questions, but we'll do our best to do that. So put your questions in there. Make sure you smash the likes, hit the subscribe if you're not subscribed to us. I don't know what you're doing with your life, but make sure you do that. But yeah, let's get into some of these topics here.
Oh, we got roll call. Should we do a little bit of a roll call?
To the roll call. Yep. Let's do the Shizzy roll call.
All right, first is first. We got Crypto Adventures. He got in at 4:35 a.m. I don't know. I don't make the rules here. He's first. That's what I say. Shout out Ted Miller. We got a new member in the building.
Welcome
Appreciate
to
you,
the
Ted.
family.
Welcome, buddy. Welcome. We appreciate you. And then that number 3 spot, we got AOD Art Tim.
Let's
Always
go.
a pleasure, my friend. Let's go, SEAL Team 5. And we got to walk alone. He's a little salty about not being number 1, but he's at GM. Got to get here 2 hours early to be first. Not going to make the show today. Have to attend life. Have a great show, guys. Don't forget to smash the like buttons and subscribe. Shout out I Walk Alone. Huge supporter of us. We appreciate you, my friend. And we have the Glasshopper. I like that. New member here. I love your channel, guys. We appreciate you, Glasshopper, but it doesn't look like... Oh, yeah, you are a member. Yeah, definitely. Glasshopper, we appreciate you so much for joining us, guys. And if you guys are interested in joining the membership, we do members videos. Definitely check those out. We 2 to 3 every single week. We're actually going to get more hyper-focused with them as alpha starts coming in. We had someone in the comments. He was like, no, there's no alpha in this video. Like, I'm sorry.
It was one person. And there definitely was alpha. There was alpha in there. There was alpha in there, but you're not going to be able to please every single person. We had I think 12, 13 great comments in there, but it
Yeah.
is what it is, you know.
But it was funny
Believe
though,
me.
because I went and typed in there. I was like, "What do you want me to pull alpha out my ass?" And then I copied it, and I went to ChatGPT and I said, "Rewrite this." And it was like, "We gonna pull alpha out the air?" And I was like, "You know what? I gotta be respectful. I gotta be
There
respectful."
you go. See, guys, do you see that? That's a growth moment right there. See what happens on the Ordinal Revolution channel, guys. People grow as human beings. So, man, shout out to you for doing that, for putting that into ChatGPT and say, can you unshizzy this for me?
That's exactly what I said. And then we have guys over. Still worth to ape into a runestone.
Uh,
Let's cover that at the end. We'll
yeah,
get in
yeah,
depth with it.
So hit the questions at the
Yeah,
end.
and it says, oh, shout out the Boozy Match Club, Boozy
Yeah.
Match.
Yep.
And then we have John. Shout out John. Bad Tommy Boys. Nearly 3 p.m. here in UK, and I have to go to get. It's all right, buddy. It's all right. The kids are more important. The show will be here when you get back. And then we got John with a Mr. Yagobi. And then we got Green Man. Shout out Green Man. Always in the building. Wendy M. E-Buck. Quit Noob. Wendy M again. Jocko. UD Scam. I hope that's not a scam. And then we have Righteous in the building. Rick G.
Righteous,
Shout out Rick G. Jameson. TKO. Chief AXL. Then we have just got into Ordinals.
Eschaton art.
Eschaton art.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we have the man, the myth here, Mr. Shizzy in the building. Smash that like, peoples. We'll definitely get to your question, Ekasan, towards the end, but we'll definitely answer that. So just hang with us. And then we'll just jump into our next topic. And you guys remember, put your questions in there. We'll definitely get them at the end in Q&A.
Yes. Are we getting any of the like Twitter and stuff comments? Just making sure that that's good. Looks like
I'm not seeing no Twitter comments. Are you?
No, but I'm not seeing that. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe we gotta look into that and make sure that that's resolved.
It does say at the bottom, can't post comments in some destinations.
Yeah.
And you click, there is an X on Twitter. I don't know.
Yeah, no worries.
It's not
no
something
worries.
that we can.
Yeah. So if you are on Twitter, put your question in the comment section. Just do it in the comment section to where like actually like comment under the video, and we'll get to those as well. So make sure you put those in there. All right, so let's move on to the next the next topic here. All right, so Merlin Swap initial IDO has been rescheduled for tomorrow due to current network congestion. So the start time has been changed. It's now March 26th, which is tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern time, and it ends March 28th, 11 p.m. Eastern time. So this is interesting. You know, they're just one project on Merlin that's kind of had to adjust to this congestion. It's due to the AA accounts, the smart accounts on the Bitcoin side. I know that like Jeff had mentioned that they are waiting for a Polygon ZK EVM upgrade, which should be, I think, tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yeah, they're waiting for it, yeah. But
yeah,
wait, and always with updates, man, it can get pushed back so easily. So they seem really confident that it will happen tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. But everyone's taking that damn roofing, bro. Everyone's trying to get roofied right now, which is clogging up the damn chain. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. But I did hear people were able to mint for $4 yesterday. So I mean, it's definitely not too expensive.
Yeah, that's interesting. So that's much better, I think, than $4 per token
per mint for 200,000.
Oh, so okay. Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. I don't think. I got to do the math again after we're off, but yeah, I'm gonna revisit that. You know, I had some funds. First, someone asked Jeff if funds were safe. Of course, he came back and said, of course they are. So I'm not worried about that. I actually transferred some BTC from my BTC wallet yesterday to the MetaMask side. It did take a little bit of time because of congestion, but it's over there now. And so just be patient a little bit, guys, because, you know, this is kind of like an upgrade that they are waiting on. So it should be done. I know Polygon was waiting on the Ethereum side, in which they did and stuff. So we should be good here soon. But we'll give you guys the updates as soon as we get those. But the IDO, though, let's go ahead.
Well, this update was supposed to be like a month ago, but Ethereum's got pushed back, so they had to push back theirs as well. So I think that's why Jeff's like kind of like come on, guys. But
Yeah, but Ethereum got it done, so now it should be.
Yeah.
It's literally on Polygon at this point, which should be done soon. But let's talk about the IDO here. So, we've talked about this. IDOs can be tricky, like to the public, because something like Merlin Swap, right? It's going to be overcommitted already. We know that, like from the jump, because there's going to be so many whales that are going to put such a high amount of Bitcoin into the IDO, because it goes based, if it's a traditional like launchpad type IDO, it's going to go based on like an overall pie, and then like the higher BTC commits, the more of that pie they get. And so at the end of the day, it kind of sucks for the small fish, but at the end of the day, like, the small fish can still participate at least, but you might not get as many as you want. So it might be, depending on what the strategy, your personal strategy is, but secondary could be, something here you got to look at and see, could that be the strategy, part of your strategy? So what are you thinking?
I'm gonna just try, you know what I mean? So it's right here. If you guys can go to merlinstarter.com/launchpad, it's right here. It's sitting here, it's waiting. The price is 0.0015, 152 Satoshis per token. The total amount is 420 million. So it's all right here. So I mean, what's this one? Okay, this is how you can do it with the MBTC pool. This is all new to me. I didn't see this. This wasn't here yesterday. So that's an update from the Merlin Starter guys. But yeah, what is this? Merlin Starter stands in the morning. All right,
but it doesn't. Yeah, so that doesn't start till tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern. So if you guys are interested in it, to try to get at least some tokens, just know that it doesn't start until tomorrow at 8 a.m. and it ends on the 28th, which it would be Thursday at 11 p.m. So Thursday night Eastern.
This is interesting. So it's for normal Bitcoin, right? It's 152 Satoshis, but also for M Bitcoin's 150. Okay, 57. Okay, I see the difference now. Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the value, it's about $4,000 difference from MBTC to BTC because it's locked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was hoping for more of a difference, but
yeah, it's basically that liquid staking type of approach, right? So you can make your stake tokens liquid, and that's what MBTC is, and all the M tokens really. So this IDO, are you excited about it? What's your expectation? You said you're just going to try your best. Do you have a secondary strategy, secondary marketplace strategy?
Yeah, so this isn't just IDO, it's also an airdrop, right? 20% of the tokens are going to be airdrop. So if I don't get this, I'm coming for all the people who dump, coming for your tokens. So I'm just going to play my same strategy. I'm going to wait 1 hour after the airdrop is dropped, and I'm going to start grabbing as much as I can. So if I can't get in this IDO, even if I can get in this IDO, I'm still going to grab these. I want as many of these as possible because, guys, I can't hold meme tokens. I have paper hands. I paper handed Hoo. I make good money with Hoo. I paper handed though. I paper handed Voya at like $3-4, but still made a bunch of money off it. I can't hold meme coins. But this type of stuff I can hold. I hold this stuff way too long, and I am so excited to hold this too long because I'm going to be earning while I do it. You know what I mean? So I'm very excited to get some MP tokens and then potentially put them in some LP pools with some other riskier stuff as well. So
yeah, well, and that's another thing too. Is like when they start creating these pools for MP, like for me personally, I'll be able to sleep kind of at night knowing that like I have a liquidity pool that is MP and MBTC or MP and WBTC or BTC, whatever, right? Because I feel like you're not going to see so much of the impermanent loss from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you can. Something could happen, drastic, but I'm just saying from a overall standpoint, I would feel more comfortable putting it into like a swap token, the main swap on the chain versus some new project that just popped out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, to me, the perfect LP pool would be a MP and then a bit Smiley. I feel like they're going to go up a lot. Not the stable coin, the actual governance.
Oh, the governance.
Because I feel like putting MP in the Bitcoin is like if MP goes up, like I think it will, you're going to sell into Bitcoin because your LP pool, you're always going to try. It's always going to keep itself even. But like, let's just say if two tokens that I'm very bullish on, that could actually benefit me because if one goes up first, and then it kind of sells into the other one, and then that goes up as well, then I'm just making money the whole time. So for
Yeah.
me, an MP Bit Smiley LP pool would be the absolutely goat of a LP for me.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to hope like there's more risk to it, but at the same time, the reward is so great that
Yep.
that could be a fun one for sure. I agree with you on that, man. Like catching both of those at the same time, going up, would be amazing. I feel like there's going to be whales that I feel like that have their risk curve, lower, and so what they'll do is if they do anything with MP, they'll probably pull it with BTC
Yep.
or the IUSD, or if Bit Smiley comes out with their stable token, that but at the end of the day, I feel like this is the type of token that you're willing to take a little bit more risk on to be able to pool and stake and stuff like that.
That would actually be a good LP pool too. IUSD and BitUSD. BitUSD being the Bit Smiley, that's their DAI basically.
Yeah,
And I would love to put that with USDT, because I'm confident in Bit Smiley. So if I can earn, who knows, 12-13% off holding 2 stable coins, that's lovely. But
yeah, and it would probably be around that amount starting out, and eventually
it might even be higher, because you're earning the MP token that is freshly minted. It could be like 80-90%.
But it won't last that high.
No, I'm talking about in the early days.
Yeah. Stable tokens always end up getting back down under 10% eventually, because you're not risking much really, right? I mean, in crypto, the risk is there.
Say with Luna.
Well, hey, let's
risk everything.
The name that shall not be named or said. Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, no. Different cycle.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. But yeah, so for me, I'm excited about the MP token. I feel like it's one of those, in my personal opinion, that I feel like I can't really lose in the first 6 to 12 months with this token, and so I'm going to be trying to acquire as much as possible. Sniping the people that paper hand it in the beginning for the airdrops. That's actually the best thing about airdrops with solid project tokens, is that like there's going to be so many paper hands that just are like, oh, I want to turn into Bitcoin right now, because that's what they do, right? And then, but this is like a Uniswap possibility opportunity, right? So catching those at the bottom right there could be really lucrative for me personally, not financial advice.
Yeah, dude, I think that's the biggest gainer. I think when people grab these and they're free. So let's just say like somebody, you get like 0.05 of a Bitcoin, right? Because it could be a few $1,000s, right? Like per wallet. Because
the Arbitrum airdrop was for sure.
That's what exactly my point. Like, so it's just like someone could just take that money, and people have bills and stuff. They oh,
let's go. You're not bullish enough. You're not bullish enough.
Francis might be bullish enough. He just might be bullish enough. I was watching his stream earlier. It was really good. But where was I before Francis came in hard? Let's go. But yeah, so I truly think that grabbing other people's airdrops, because they need the cash for whatever reason. They got bills to pay. They want to take their family on a vacation, like whatever. I will gladly take your airdrop and hold it to Valhalla, and you guys can take my Bitcoin. I'm willing to make that trade with you. So are you going to be buying everyone else's airdrop?
Yeah, I mean, I think that like these are the type of tokens that pay that rent.
Thank you, sir. My bad. God.
These are the type of tokens that I think we've been waiting for, right? To be able to, yes, there's infrastructure stuff on Bitcoin's native layer that we played, and I feel like we played those very well. But here it's like the stuff that's going to be on, Bitcoin's most talked about sidechain right now, right? And like you just can't go wrong with this. Bit Smiley, if Unicross comes out with a token, those types of tokens, and I actually even heard the freaking MNER tokens actually doing well today already.
3x from the price, dude. What a change in pace. Yo, can we take a? I know it's not on the docket, but do you care if I take a look at that?
Yeah, jump into it real quick. But yeah, so that was actually surprising, you know, because like we saw in our Discord, like some of our members and stuff, they're like, wow, like the MNER token is actually performing pretty darn well. I think it got to like when I last saw it, it was at like $11.
Yeah.
So you know, it doubled, it 2x'd. But you know, that's not
I
bad
mean, it
from
was
what.
over $5, but I mean, the supply was so high. But I mean, damn, dude,
But
if that did so good,
well, again, like I think we're so used to like having all the supply out at one time, right? Like
yeah,
circulating and max supply and BRC20s were two of the same for the most
yeah,
part, right? Or one of the same. I don't know how that saying is, but anyways, but you get what I'm saying. But over
yeah,
here, even if it is a BRC20, the total supply is in one wallet, and then that wallet is released out to the Merlin chain, and it's released now. It's like circulating supply is what is released to the public, right? So it's a
yep,
totally different game when we're talking about market cap that way. Because now market cap can be higher in the beginning. It's just like Doge. When Doge was
yeah.
at almost got to $1 like 4 years ago, everybody was like, man, imagine where Doge is gonna be in like 5 years. But in my mind, I was like, they don't understand tokenomics, right? Because like
Yeah.
Doge never stops printing tokens, right? And so that's kind of like how this is. So it's like the earlier you are in and the more hype in the beginning for a token like MNER, the better the price point will be per token.
Yeah, I mean, so
So
$11. I mean, if you doubled your money, and I actually put in like 2 grand in this. I haven't checked. I haven't claimed my coins yet, but I mean, I'm very happy I did. I honestly thought it was a loss after what happened over the last couple of days, and I was willing to take that loss because it was a risk that I was able to take. But now looks like my 2 grand turned into 4. So,
yeah.
so sign me up. So now I'll sell enough to take my 2 grand out and just kind of live with that. But
Yeah. And one thing too is like, yeah, I know that they've had some bad PR and stuff lately, but I will say like they reached out to you, they reached out to other people, they reached out to people that are like, hey, how can we kind of correct things? How can we make this better? I don't know if they're gonna take the advice, but I hope they do. Obviously, the right advice. Everybody,
yeah,
not everybody gives the right advice, but I don't know. But this token launch so far has been a success up until now. We'll see what happens after that. And this could actually encourage some of those Chinese whales to be like, hey, maybe we overreacted. Maybe we, jumped the gun here and on this team, and they were just trying to be realistic with the returns, which I'd rather that a team be more realistic. I'm not saying they're right or wrong here. I'm not taking a side, but I would rather someone tell me, okay, this is how much you're going to get for staking this. Even if it's not something that I like to see percentage wise, and we can have the question back and forth. I think that's probably where they went wrong, is the back and forth discussion wasn't really given a chance. Now
yeah.
maybe they turn things around, but we'll see.
But that's the thing too, is like this stuff happens all the time on the east side, right? They always just put out a small amount of coins and keep everything else in the locked up, right? And then so it's like it's very similar to what they did, but I get what you're saying about the community stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
So we
Well,
got Divas in the building, styled by the people that dumped the MP token, and we got Francis. He asked you a question. He said, "You guys got to show me how to do live stream on YouTube and conduct a Twitter space at the same time." How do you do it,
yeah.
Yago?
Well, I mean, we're pretty much focused on the Twitter space part, but we just stream it. I guess it's just Twitter Spaces that's being streamed, right?
Well, no,
Broadcasting.
I think it's through StreamYard. So
Oh,
through
yeah.
StreamYard, you can actually go through Twitter and YouTube at the same time. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So I'm excited about MP. I'm excited about a lot of these, dApps that started on Bitcoin's native layer that, bridged over, and now their tokens are starting to come out. And one that we were a little bit worried about is actually performing well. So I can't imagine how the MP token is going to do once it's on secondary, because that will probably be next week,
Yeah.
So super, super excited about that. All right. So let's move on here to the next topic. But before we do, just want to remind you guys, put your questions in the chat. If you're on Twitter, put them in the comments. If you can't do that, jump on YouTube and then put them in the chat. We want to answer all y'all's questions, as much as we can here. But the next topic, Rune Pro introduces Rune Professional Trader Pass. Total supply 2,000 passes, and the mint price will be free for whitelist holders. So this was an announcement yesterday, or about 14 hours ago. Let me bring my screen over here. And you can see it says introducing Rune Professional Trader Pass. Guys, go follow at Rune_Pro. Rune Pro is an exchange that is being built out. We've seen a lot of behind the scenes with it. We, try to help advise as much as we can with some of our close partners. They are one of them. And it says perfect for all who will trade runes professionally. Total supply 2,000. We already talked about the mint price is free for whitelist holders. Mint date is to be announced. So you can follow the instructions here to try to get a whitelist. It says whitelisting 50 addresses to qualify. Follow Rune_Pro. Like and retweet the first message in this thread. Tag 3 Rune lovers. Drop your wallet addresses. And then winners will be announced in 48 hours. Good luck. So you might want to know, like, what's the benefit of these? And from what we've heard, it's that you'll get discounts on trading, on their exchange, and some other benefits for their exchange. So how do you feel about this?
Yeah, dude. I think it's awesome. I think Rune Pro is going to be one of the top ones there, and I don't know. I'm definitely excited for all thing Rune marketplaces. Runes Pro, I think, was it Runes Terminal, Runes Pro, and Runes Alpha. I think to me are going to be the big three. Obviously you might see Unisat get in on this because they already have established marketplace, and X going to get in on that as well. But very bullish on Runes Pro. I mean, they're going after the professional traders. And what we've seen from them is basically, you're able to put up you would do put up your sells. You can actually put up your buys, what you're willing to buy, which is actually really cool for Runes Pro. So
that's where they're gonna have the edge. And I think that guys, once we get the green light to educate you guys on this exchange, we are going to educate you on it. Because imagine you wanting a token, a hot runes token, but you don't want to pay what the floor price is at the time. So what you can do is put up a listing of what you're willing to pay. It's like a traditional ordering book, right? You want to pay like 10% below what the floor price is. Someone's just looking at the listings and say wants to get rid, needs some Bitcoin, wants to get rid of that token. They'll just click on what you're offering and they'll sell it to you directly like that. So there's two sides of it. It gives more opportunity for the market to have the flow of buys and sales. And I think that's huge because right now, sometimes the frustration is, man, I'm sitting with my hands in my pockets and my, twiddling my thumbs, and I have my listing on floor price and I can't sell a certain token. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be exciting.
Yep. And should we announce to our pass holders?
If you're
a pass holder, you should be bullish, guys, because again, we provide for our pass holders. So we'll get into that. But real quickly, we got our man. You want to read this one?
Mr. Yagobi, bullish in runes. Thanks, my friends, to the moon, and not bullish enough. Yeah, appreciate you, Mr. Ernesto. You are my walkout guy announcer. Once I'm on WWE for a guest appearance, I'm gonna have you walk me out.
I got a question for you, Yago. By the shirtless Jason P. Thoughts on base layer 2?
No, base layer 2. That's a kind of off topic there, but
I just wanted to.
Merlin. I like Merlin better. No, base has their volume because of Coinbase. I think it was actually smart for them to do that, but yeah. But yeah, so these passes, guys, there's only 2,000, so supply's pretty low, I would say, for the most part. I dig the color of the passes. They have that that light green or that crazy neon green color. Let's see if they have another picture of it. Yeah, you can see it right here. It's really cool. There's going to be benefits: reduced trading fees, increased points for Rune Pro token allocations, guys. So they're going to have a token. So it's an exchange. Think about like Unisat actually had a token. They are having a token. And I've personally tested Runes Pro. I like it. It's something that you guys are going to have to get used to, though. And that's why we want to be able to educate you guys, because once you're used to it, I think you guys aren't going to go back. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah.
All right. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. Okay. Can you kind of talk about, well, I don't know if they, I was going to bring up this. Well, it did, I think, for a short period of time, right? So
yeah, it did for a short period of time, and it still might. But No Monkeys flipped Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is, how insane is that, right? The No Monkeys that were just created about six months ago went from around, I think they started the floor at like $2,000, and you could have got in pre-sale at like even cheaper, like $1,200, and they reached all the way to about $45,000. Some hit 50. Some buys, which is absolutely amazing. Shout out. It just shows you that ordinals can just surpass everything Ethereum, right? And if something that just came out that just really has no backing, like this doesn't have Yuga Labs, right? Doesn't have anyone. It's just an awesome inscription number, which is under 100K, and it's ripping. It actually is, it ripped hard, and it's has that #1 spot. And I think it's going to come after the punks. I think punks are next. I think No Monkeys eventually pass punks. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I do think that they do, but they didn't pass the Bored Apes. Well, no, actually, you know what? I think they did.
Yeah, I think they did too.
Or briefly, and then they're back under right now. But like you said, they haven't had like the time to like really build up. So I think they definitely pass in terms of market cap eventually, because Bored Apes are sitting right at 481.6 million right now. Node Monkeys are at 455.6. And so I think that like they're the ones that are knocking on the door right now. I'll tell you that. In terms of I think that they're the first ones in ordinals that gets to $1 billion market cap. And I am bullish enough because I got mine and I'm holding. I almost listed it. I pulled it back. But yeah, so Node Monkeys will be the ordinal / digital artifact / NFT of this cycle.
On the other hand, I sold my Node Monkey. I had two. I bought each one for $2,000. I sold the first one at 0.62, and I sold the second one for 0.68. And I'm very happy with my buys. I'm going to take that money and I'm going to put it into like got things like MP token and things like that. I'm recycling. I don't want to risk a 4x from here. I don't want to risk that 20x that I've already made. Right. So that's just kind of my philosophy. And I definitely respect Yagobi. We both play the game very differently. And he's probably going to do pretty well in these. They're probably going to be the top collection of all. I just want to take that money and try to 10x it from here. But
yeah. And this is kind of like that 25% of like what I'm not letting go of. 75% getting liquid ready for runes. And it's kind of a little bit for the culture too. Just want to have that for the culture. And then I got my frogs. Ribbit to all my frogs out there.
Yeah.
Y'all keep ribbiting. And for the ones that faded, the first gang in ordinals, you fade now because you will cry later. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man, for sure. And I think it's more of a status symbol for you, isn't it? It's like your No Monkey's like wearing your chain.
No, but I don't have it as my PFP or anything.
No, you don't. You have the frog. That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. But I just feel like it's one of those that like imagine the people that did flip their because I'm gonna be transparent. I am going to flip my Node Monkey, guys.
Yeah.
Not gonna hold it to the grave. I'll tell you that. But I want to be, I want to try to time it around like 10%, 15% outside of the top. That's not going to be like the easiest task, but I'm constantly like I'm gauging all the time. So that's kind of where I am with it. And I do think it's going to be the largest collection of this cycle of everything. So, all right. All right. Next topic here, man. We've been kind of running through these. It's been fun. Okay. Unicross Rofi mint has paused until congestion clears and giving gas refund for minters who minted after the pause. So, Guys, this is another one of those situations, kind of like how Merlin Swap had to postpone or push back the IDO. Just little, like, these are kind of normal things in the beginning of a new chain that's unfortunately having to rely a little bit on Polygon for their upgrade and stuff. But no worries. Like I said, they came out, said everything's Seifu, and we know the guy that's a major part of the team, Mr. J. He's going to be coming on this week, and they're automatically, no questions, they're like, we're going to refund the gas for the people that tried to mint after the pause. So just to let you guys know, Rofi, in my opinion, is going to be, it's still highly sought after. I'm not buying those bags though on secondary for you greedy guys that are trying to sell them at $98 million market cap price. Nah,
that's insane.
Yeah, that's I'm not bullish crazy enough for that. I would say.
And what Jeff said, he tweeted out and he said, guys, it's going to take over a month to bin out, so there's no rush. And I think that once I seen that, and I was like, you know what, this is another SAT situation. So I want to wait till people get bored. Right, I want people wait, like, you know what? I already put too much money into that. I'm bored, and that's when I want to come in and start minting. The same with Sats. If you remember Sats, when it first started minting, it minted a lot, and then it just got almost dead. Right, it was just dead, and then sometimes I was able to get some Sats off the floor cheaper than mint price. Yeah. So there's always that option as well when people just need the Bitcoin, and
secondary needs to change for Rofi, and I think it will if it does get prolonged. The mint does. It's crazy because Rufi's total supply is the same as Rats.
Yeah,
I already know, in my opinion, I could be completely wrong, but Rufi is going to be like, Rufi's another strong play. You know what I mean? Like, we had the Voya airdrop, right? What was the biggest part of Voya's airdrop? It was the holder count. Everyone was talking crazy. It was like 70,000, 80,000, kept going up higher. That's what is going to happen here because they're airdropping some Rufi to other holders. And man, has Merlin not followed the Bitcoin ethos of airdropping and free, giving back to the community? It's followed it to a T, I feel like, and people are benefiting from this. And I'm getting into this token personally as soon as I can. Not financial advice. This one, MP. MNER, I'm going to keep watching. I mean, I have a little bit of drop for that. That one, I feel like I was too late on that. I didn't do the IDO. But then you have the governance bit Smiley. There's so many opportunities coming on over here. So I don't know. How do you feel? I want to get kind of your feel of all this kind of pausing because of congestion and, there's some FUD that was thrown out. Not too much, surprisingly. But what's your feel about all that?
Yeah, it's kind of like what we said back. They're waiting for the upgrade to Polygon, right? Once the Polygon Matic upgrade happens, then all this stuff will be cleared up. So it's to me, it's smart. It probably wasn't the best idea to launch it before the upgrade. They probably should have waited, but they're very excited, and I think that's fine. And they thought maybe they could handle it, but it's obviously it can't, and it I don't think they realize how bullish people really are for Merlin chain and how many actual active users, because you can have users, but how many active users do you have, right? So, and there's a crap ton of active users on Merlin, and I think they're handling this right. And to your point about this everything being fair over there, I think that's when we had Jeff on our show in December. He said he doesn't just want to create another chain; he wants to create another a community around the chain, and he's done everything right with the with the seal thing or whatever. We're both making out like bandits over there because all we did was stake our assets, and we're each getting tons of Merlin coins, and then on top of that, by playing on the chain, we're also getting airdrop of Merlin coins, and then by swapping, we're getting an airdrop of the MP token, and then by providing liquidity, you're getting MP token, and it's just like so on and so on. And by putting your bitmaps over, you're getting some of the bizarre token. Like it's just it's like you can't lose over here, even if you did nothing. Like you can't lose if you traded stable coins back and forth. You're going to get the MP token.
Yeah, I like to call it the golden circle. Right?
Yeah,
you've heard me say that because it's like there's this golden circle of dApps that were born on Bitcoin BRC 420 that are now starting to come out. Like the MNER right now, I'm looking at it, dude. It's at $12.79. It's going up.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at it live right now. The market cap 18.4 million. I expect that to continually grow up. You know, could be wrong. And then, like I said, these other ones you just brought up, I don't have to go over those again. But man, you brought up quite a bit of them. But I do want to read their post, their official post. You can see, go follow these guys at Unicross Global on X. It says, due to an unforeseen adjustment in our schedule, the pause in Rofi minting occurred earlier than initially announced, specifically at 12:08 UTC +8, rather than the previously stated time of 12:30. For individuals who attempted to mint Rofi from 12:08 to 12:30 UTC +8 without success, we'll be refunding the gas fee spent on the failed transactions. We kindly urge all users to stop further minting attempts to avoid unnecessary losses. We are actively working to address any issues promptly, and we'll keep you updated on the resumption of minting through our official Twitter and Discord. So, and then you can see the link of wallets that they refunded, and you can click on that link just to see if you're one of those. But yeah, I just wanted to read their official statement from it. So glad that they came out quick and handled that really quick.
Yeah. And, you know, I think they've been doing everything right over there. I think Mr. J is an amazing person, and he definitely has the people's best interests over his own, own business there. So I truly believe that. So,
guys, we're getting close to the Ordinals after hour. We got about 10 minutes left. I think we got one more topic we're going to probably discuss here, and then so get your questions over to the chat.
Next topic. Could you mind showing Bitcoin again? I think it's
Is it doing something crazy? Is it doing something crazy? Yeah, it looks like we're about to break back into 70,000. So it looks like 69,609. Yep.
About the same from earlier, right? I got a message saying, but someone's probably just late, so I was just curious. But yeah, man.
Yep. Looking pretty decent there. So I wanted you to kind of hit on this because you brought this to my attention. Yes. Actually, like I want to say almost like 3 weeks, a month ago.
Yeah, I've been super early on this. Surf One, I've been providing liquidity for them just to get the airdrop. If you guys don't know what Surf. Let me make sure my wall's on. Yeah. All right. If you guys don't know what Surf One is, go to surf.one. The snapshot was already taken. If you were a YouTube member, we told you about this about 2 weeks ago about when I started providing liquidity. It's a pretty cool it's a GMX gains type of protocol. It's on based chain right now, and it's going to be coming over to Merlin, having a token. They're doing their pre-sale and everything right now with the VCs to kind of really fund this thing and really take it to the next level. You can see you can provide a lot of liquidity for different things, and I think overall Merlin, it's going to be very successful. I think this is going to be insanely successful. I'm going to want this token pretty badly, and I'm going to hopefully buy up everyone's airdrop after I get my airdrop as well. So
that's what he does, guys. He waits an hour exactly, and then he's like sitting there like underneath with like a big, huge like pan, trying to get your tokens that you're selling. But it reminds me so much of like Gains Network. And I hope to God that their fees aren't structured the same as Gains, because Gains will rip you in half with fees. I don't think they probably won't, just because they're new. I would hope, that they don't, put super high fees here. But this is and we probably won't spend too much time using this because it's leverage, but people will use it. There'll be a lot of people using it.
I might take some leverage plays, but like if I do leverage, I would just do like $100 and put a 10x. It's kind of like going to the casino and just running them black. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't go, guys. Don't be throwing thousands of dollars in this stuff unless you're you're on the level of of being good at it, of being the shamans of the world, of being the IMSO Chris's and guys who actually do this stuff full time. It's a game that I played and got my A handed to me, and lesson learned. I am not a crypto trader. I am an investor, and I am a holder. I do way better with holding things for a few months and let them go, just like we did with No Monkeys, just like we did with Rats, just like we did with so many other coins in that previous cycle that we just passed. But yeah, you have to know what kind of investor you are. And some people are swing traders, some people are investors, and I consider myself an investor who swing trades a little bit here and there with just spot trading, though.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, like if I utilize this, I'll probably swing trade leverage. So, 3 to 5x, and then try to stay in the safe zone away from liquidation, which you know that can easily still be, you can still be liquidated. But I feel like if you have that mentality, you're definitely in a better mindset than doing the crazy amounts.
I definitely
But
agree.
anyways, yeah, so that's exciting, that they're coming to the beta testing for Merlin's done. They
Yeah.
had their beta testing with base L2 chain, and so now Merlin's done it. I don't know. Do you think they're going to be featured more on Merlin, or is it going to be more of a base DApp?
No. They're dumping the base. They're going to Merlin completely. I think
Oh,
that
wow.
yeah, because remember base has a lot of this type of stuff. They have a lot of
Yeah.
there's no competition. They're kind of like now the big fish in a small pond over here in Merlin rather than the small fish in the big pond on base. And you gotta remember too, there's not many dApps, right? You have your Uniswap clones, you have your GMX clones, you have your MakerDAO clones and stuff like that. And it's smart to kind of be the top guy over here.
Yep.
And first is first. Like, we truly believe that. So
Yep. Update on the MNER token, $13.24 at 19.1 million. It's definitely moving, guys. It's I don't know. I'm a bit shocked by this. What are you as well, or?
I wouldn't say shocked. You got to remember too is like everything's gonna be paid in the MNER token, so this isn't gonna last long. If you're up, I would definitely take profits. I don't see this skyrocketing up because like what you gotta remember, once I start earning my fees, my plan is to kind of like maybe sell some off as I'm earning,
Well,
right? So
well, think about this though. Like, how important is it for Mineral to have success for Merlin Chain?
huge, very
Okay,
huge. It
so
need
I think that like there might be some powers to be that are saying, okay, let's, and I'm not saying straight up like manipulation or anything, but what I am
yeah
saying is that could be an opportunity for some of these whales, and they're like, okay,
yeah
look, this having success, and like you said, China looks at Merlin chain as
yep
like this is our chain, kind of, they
yep
feel proud of it, because it's been talked about so much. You got big BTC company investors dabbling with like putting up for it, and stuff
yeah
like that. And so like China is really proud of the Merlin chain from everything we're hearing. And so maybe this is something that they're like, the mineral token is going to be successful. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But we'll
I
see.
mean,
Only
that you
time will
definitely
tell.
could see that, and there's not a lot. That's the thing too. There's not a lot on the market. There's not many at all. So I mean, so we'll see. People just want the token, and I think staking the token could be very, very beneficial as well because the APYs are probably going to be. I just wish they would have the damn APYs on the damn screen already. It's kind of getting me annoyed, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
that is frustrating. I'll say that, but we'll kind of have to see how everything plays out with it.
Yeah,
And guys, like Shizzy and I are pretty heavily into this, so it's not like
yeah,
you know we're like, oh, you guys can't be like, oh, those guys don't care because they're not in it. No, we're in it to win it, and hopefully
yeah,
we can win it, but we're ready in case we can't, and we're okay with that. We placed our bets, and it might not work out, right?
yeah.
So
I'm staking. I'm gonna make money every day. Passive income from this. Whether it's 2 pennies or $3. I'm in it. I'm staked. So,
awesome,
and Carlos,
awesome.
you are not late, my friend. You are just on time. Appreciate you for coming in, buddy.
Carlos CLS. Okay, so last minute and a half. What are you most excited about for this week in like the Bitcoin ecosystem?
Bitcoin ecosystem. Bitcoin. I think this is the first week I think Bitcoin gets over 70 and stays over 70 for the first time. I'm heavily weighted in Bitcoin right now. I actually been selling a lot of my assets. A mentor of mine gave me some advice, and he said that I should be getting more into these more riskier situations, and I'm going to take advantage of that. So it's one of those things where I'm sitting in a lot of Bitcoin right now. I probably don't really have many ordinals right now at all. BRC20s, taps, nothing. Here and there stuff that really hasn't sold for me, but like I'm really heavily weighted Bitcoin, and I'm waiting for more opportunities to come. I think there's a lot of good launches coming on Merlin Starter and even Merlin Starter itself. And then you have, you know, other projects coming like this. I'm sitting on a lot of Bitcoin that I'm going to be catching a lot of people's airdrops, and even the Merlin token that's supposed to be dropping within the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to be catching everyone else's airdrop with that as well. I want to catch airdrops, and
Bro,
I have a lot of Bitcoin.
I like picturing you like running with like a
Dude.
big basket, being like,
yeah, man,
give me yours. You want to sell yours? You want to sell yours? You want to sell? I got cash right now. I got
Yeah.
cash.
I'm the guy. I'm gonna have a trench coat, and it's all gonna be Bitcoin. How much Bitcoin you need? How much Bitcoin you want? Some of your airdrop? You want some of your airdrop? Here you go. Which one? So I'm gonna be buying it all. And you know, I have a strategy. I wait 1 hour after the airdrop, and I start DCAing, which basically means I buy a little and I wait. I buy a little and I wait. I buy a little and I wait. And it's been one of those strategies that works really well with me. So
yeah, man. The most thing I'm excited about real quick is Merlin Chain. I feel like even though like they're waiting on this upgrade, there's a lot of the projects in that golden circle with substance that are releasing their token, and I'm excited about that because that's a lot of the stuff that I have in the seal, and I feel like we made the right decision with that, and we'll just see here in the next 2 weeks. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up the Ordinal Hour. Now we're going to head over to the Q&A session of
the after hours,
the Ordinal after hours. So give somebody your keys because we're going to the after hours. But all right, so let's get through some of these questions. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you put them in the chat or in Twitter underneath the live stream as a comment there. Let's try. Let's start. I'm gonna grab it from the top here. Okay, I'm looking for question marks.
Make it drop.
Okay, this was the first question by Glasshopper77. I think he's a new member. He or she. Sorry. And the question is: still worth it to ape into runestones? I'll let you start that one.
Wendy O bought, so no. When she buys, you sell. When she says Rooney thingy, when she goes to buy the Rooney thingy on her live the other day, that was the top. And it will drop. I see this dropping for at least another week and a half before it starts picking up again. So no, I don't think this is so I guess my answer would be I will not be buying this personally. But
yeah. For me, I think it's aping is a bit strong in my opinion. The price at 0.038. This is something that could go pretty crazy. I feel like maybe like April 7th or that after that first week of April heading into the halving. Because then at that point you're looking at probably like a 3-week period of consolidating or like people acquiring and then waiting for this airdrop of the actual tokens to happen. So like a 0.038, I think that's not like a horrible price. But me personally, I'm not going to ape into it, but that's just me. I think that if people do acquire them at this price, I don't see like being burnt by like a huge amount. But that's just my opinion, which can be completely wrong because I am wrong, sometimes. And so that's just kind of how I feel. And that's how Shizzy feels. Hopefully that answers your question. All right. Next question. All right. So I'm not sure if this was a response to maybe something that we talked about, but I'm going to skip that one because it's kind of like a halfway question there. I'm not sure what the rock. I sold the rock. What kind of rock you selling, bro? What kind of rock you selling, bro?
You got that white rocks.
Let's see. Let me get down here. Totally new. Okay, here's a good one. So Parikh Bayi. I probably murdered that name. Sorry. But the question is totally new to Ordinals. What should I start? How should I start?
Yeah, so you first thing you want to do is you want to either get a Unisat or an X-First wallet. And then write down your words, put them write them down 3 different times, put them in 3 separate places, maybe a different house in case something would happen to your home. And then you're ready to go. And then you want to go to Cash App or Coinbase. They're my 2 places to buy Bitcoin. And then buy it there and then send it to your newly X-First or Unisat. And then now you have some Bitcoin. And then I would go to Magic Eden and buy a golden toilet. No, I'm just kidding. You know, you can just mess around. Highly recommend waiting and being prepared for this rune stuff. So having Bitcoin in an Xverse would be where I would start, and just wait. Don't do anything stupid. You know, you work hard for your money. Let's just keep it in the Xverse and wait for an opportunity. And if you
Yeah.
are a member of the show, you know, we talk about opportunities all the time, and that's definitely something that I would do as well. I would join some type of alpha group or some type of alpha community or something like that. But yeah, there's a few things that I would do.
Yeah. You know, I think it's really important, especially if you have other crypto experience or DeFi experience, to really learn the basics of this ecosystem over here because it is different.
Yeah,
You're in a sense going backwards and forwards at the same time, right? And so, what I mean by that, I won't get deep into it because we don't have enough time for that, you know, in the Q&A. But what I mean by that, real quick, is the way that you trade things on Bitcoin layer one is very primitive to how it's done on EVM chains. Now, the technology of stuff that you can create on Bitcoin is innovative, right? And it's awesome and it's great. And I think some of the way that to do things on like trading and buying and acquiring and stuff will get better and it will catch up. And it might have its own way of doing things. But that's just you got to learn those basics and the way to do that is I would search YouTube channels. Like our channel on an everyday basis is not the beginner's channel, but what something that we are trying to offer is you know, Shizzy and I are going to start doing like a course, kind of like a break the ice, break in course for beginners. We're going to have details out for that. Join our Discord because we'll be posting that in the announcements and in letting people know, because we've been approached several times about this, and
yeah,
we've been obviously super busy, but we want to help people that are getting in to this space, and we just got to figure out the right way to do it because we want it to be worth your time and resources as well as ours too to educate. So
yeah, 100%. And then there's one important thing that I would do as well as join the Ordinal support desk. There, if you go to Twitter Spaces, type in Ordinal support desk. Those guys are always helpful. You can go up, you can add yourself to stage, and you can ask many questions, and they're very patient, a lot more patient than me sometimes. So I would definitely check them out as well. But like Yagobi said, we're going to be doing some type of classes for people as well, one-on-one classes that, you know, if you're willing to pay for it, they're probably well worth it. You probably get caught up pretty early. So, but we got you guys.
yep. All right, this one's cool. Vision of Telmo, our guy. How did you guys become such badasses?
So this is what I did, right? I was born.
Oh wow, man! I can watch out, Shizzy. You need to deflate. Your head's about to blow.
No, I'm just playing. Honestly, guys, like I worked a 9 to 5 for a long time as a CNC machinist, and I had this little thing in my ear. It was a Bluetooth device had to my phone, and I just listened to YouTube after YouTube after YouTube. I listened to podcast after podcast after podcast. I made sure I was well educated before I even started to think that I was able to come on here and chill and, like, you know, teach you guys about different things and come with you guys with alpha. Just, you know, if you're getting paid in a day-to-day job, have an earpiece in your ear if you can. There's not jobs that you can't, but just always be educating when you're driving to work. Maybe not listen to the music. Maybe listen to a podcast. When you're driving home, maybe listen to a book. You know, Rich Dad Poor Dad was one of the first books that I read, and then, you know, Digital Gold was another one. It was all about Bitcoin. Education. But
Yeah.
I'll let you go with this question as well.
Yeah, for me, last summer I moved to Tibet and I became a monk for about 3 months. No, I mean honestly, I don't even know. I feel like this because that's where a lot of the monks live. I think. Now, this is I know that Tomo's just messing with us here, so it's not like a serious question, but you know, appreciate the question, but this is the serious question. Rofi is the Sats of Rune. What do you think about that?
Yes, 100%. Well, I don't know if it's sats. It's definitely the rats because of the tokenomics.
Well, I feel like it's kind of mixed though.
Yeah.
Because like rats, the supply is exactly the same as Rofi,
Yeah.
but the mint might take, you know,
triple
longer, you know, than what rats took, right? So good question.
Rats was a quick mint out, wasn't it? I remember minting rats happening in 3 days.
I think it was like a couple days because like once the
Yeah.
momentum started happening, dude, the Chinese community took over rats, and then like Block became Chinese overnight. Remember? He's like, man, I'm in these Chinese telegrams. And I'm like, how are you understanding? He goes, Google Translate, bro. Google Translate.
Yep.
So
yeah, man.
Oh, sorry, that one was not. Okay, Wendy Yam, another member of ours that we appreciate, says how much to max a wallet with Rofi?
4 million.
I believe 5 million.
5 million?
5 million.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 million. I want to make sure that I got this right, but I remember it was 200,000 per times 20, I believe. But it says one wallet, per address. Sorry, per address is 5 million is the max. I'm looking at it right now. So, all right. I'm going through these questions. Great questions, guys. Great questions so far.
Here, I got one here.
Okay.
Meme coin with the most potential. None. I'm not a meme coin guy. I'm not a meme coin guy.
Come on.
I like DeFi. DeFi or die. That's what I say.
Yeah. For me, I think it's Hoo. Right now, at least in our ecosystem, a lot of people were poking fun at us because Hoo dropped all the way to 4 million. Remember, we had some people tagging us and saying, Hoo, what's going on, Merlin boys? What's going on? Well, Hoo's at 27.4 million right now, so that's what's going on, and that's just right now. I see Hoo get passing 100 million. It's the meme of Merlin, and like you said, Chinese are proud of it, and when they're proud of something, when they're proud of a meme, that meme can go nuts. So
100%.
So that's one that I'm bullish on for sure. This is one from another member of ours, Ethan 228. Do we know when will the Polygon upgrade be? We hit on this earlier.
I want to actually look that up while you talk about it. Man.
I don't think we have like an actual date, right? But I think you said something like possibly this week it should be resolved.
Tuesday,
yeah, which is tomorrow. We really don't want to say like a specific date, guys, because we don't know exactly, and we don't want to get your hopes up. Believe me, I understand the frustration. It's the one thing that I think we can be positive about is the fact that like it does integrate like the Unisat, the BTC wallets, even though it can be clunky a little bit at times. Sometimes it works very quick, but once this upgrade happens, like I think we're gonna feel a lot of relief. I know that Jeff and his team will, because it's supposed to be really cheap. The congestion's supposed to be rectified and on all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a date on here. I'm gonna look further into this after the show, but we'll have more information for you guys tomorrow. But yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
I got a question, if you don't mind me skipping a little bit.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on BitSmiley? They have a lot of partnerships, guys. This is my number one play. I think obviously I bought a bunch of the BitSmiley discs. I have about 12 of them, and you're going to stake. I have them all staking. So I am severely bullish on BitSmiley and the governance token. So you're earning the governance token by staking these things, which is like the BitJade token or something similar to that. But guys, this is a MakerDAO fork, I want to say. And they're doing a lot more, though. They have a lot more upgrades to that. And I am so bullish on the BitUSD token, the BitSmiley token. I'm very excited. This is the one that I'm going to be DCAing the entire bull market. There's not many coins that I'm going to say that about. There's a few where I'm going to get my allocation and hold it. This one will be something I'm going to buy throughout the entire every pullback. I'm buying more.
Yeah. I mean, I'm super bullish on BitSmiley, the governance token. I mean, if they succeed at having a stable token on Bitcoin's native layer, and then they pretty much handpicked Merlin to say, okay, we're going to dedicate our stable token to Merlin, and we're going to have our governance token launch on Merlin, and it's BRC20 on Merlin. I mean, how can you not be like just super bullish on that, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if you're not, then you're not bullish enough. Can't get this
And
song out of my head.
They had a partnership today with Beat Network, B Squared.
Oh, nice.
So
I mean, hey,
they're gonna
that's
be
good.
over there as well. And we
That's
thought they were
good.
gonna be over here, but then
Exclusively, yeah.
but I think they're gonna be partnered with all the L2s, which is stupid
Dude,
not to have them. So
yeah, exactly. And I don't even like if I was Merlin's team, I know that from what I've heard, you know, they're good standing with like B Squared, and B Squared is going to be more of like a servicer, is what I'm hearing, to all these side chains with their ZK technology. So
yeah,
you know,
benefits everyone.
Exactly. So, oh, did you have one right after?
No, this is just a shout out
Patty Poo. Patty Poo.
We appreciate you so much, buddy. He is Canadian, so that is awesome.
Yes.
So our northern neighbors. But yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Are there any projects? This is from Cycle. Are there any projects in progress at BRC20 that stand out except Merlin?
So Merlin is not a B.
Oh, I think he's talking about Merle.
Okay.
He's talking about Merle. Yeah. So there are a couple in my. I'll go first. So there's a couple that stand out. It's just right now, there's a lot of uncertainty because of runes. But I'll just name a couple that we all know about, right? So we got Benny from Track. So Track is an infrastructure play, you know, so everybody knows about Track, right? Then you have Ghosty Cash, which actually has a working product. It doesn't utilize the BRC20 for that product, but they have a working product, which I can say that's kind of like, and I saw a comment in there that no one cares about ARC20s. That's not true. I have bags of ARC20s. I care about ARC20s.
I don't.
But I'm somebody. I'm somebody. But here's my point though. Like, even like a BRC20 like Ghosty Cash, they have a product that like we invited them on the show like that, like so quick. We got them on the first to interview Ghosty Cash. Not trying to toot our own horn here, but we were the first to interview them. And but I can respect that they have a product that helps the space. It was helping the space, right? Like people were moving tokens around from chain to chain using Ghosty Cash to get more stuff on Bitcoin and vice versa, get it off in Dogecoins and all that stuff. So there went another project, and then Orange J is kind of we'll see what happens if they release the wallet or not. But those are the three that I'm thinking of right now. And then I know there's some Chinese ones. I just need to do more deep dive, like AINN. I think they're an AI token. They get a lot of support. They're at like $40 million market cap. And then the pups, to me, man, they got some freaking crazy momentum because they're just a bunch of crazy puppeteers that they're running around crazy. So that's the main project that.
I have an opinion on this, though. I think that everything that doesn't pivot to runes is going to get left behind. I think that runes is going to take up most of the liquidity, at least for the next 6 months, right? I think stuff can come back, but I feel like if Ghosty Cash, if Orange A, if they all don't pivot to runes, they're going to be left there. And you're going to see, I think, BRC20 volume really go down, at least in the month of April and May. For runes, and I'm a little worried about anything that's not pivoting to runes right now. And
I think there's one variable or one thing that can hold it up. And I hate this. You guys are gonna be like, you guys love them so much. I'm just being honest right now. Yeah. Like which BRC20s are doing the best right now are the ones that are in Merlin.
Yep.
You know, the ones that can trade on Merlin, like the MNER token right now is just launched. The MP, I don't know if that's a BRC20. We'll find out.
It's not.
Okay, so that's not a BRC20. But the other ones like Bitsard and all these other ones, you know, they're on Merlin and they're having volume. Voya has volume, you know. So I think the ones that don't transition over to runes, you need to start creating liquidity pools on Merlin now, like yesterday. Get in contact with the Merlin team and like the honks, the other stuff, community members. But Elixir is a bunch of Ordinals OGs that decided to launch over there. It's not a BRC20 token, but if there's communities over here that want the BRC token to do well for their community, get together and start doing stuff. This is not financial advice. This is just an idea. I could be wrong, but what I'm seeing is that's where the success is happening. OKX is having some volume too. So, But
yeah, for now until runes come down,
yeah.
then you go see value go to 0.
Yep.
But real quick, we did get another super sticker. Thank you, Wendy Yam. Thank you so much. We appreciate you to the fullest.
Man, 366 people on a Monday.
Wow. Let's
go.
And then real quick, someone said, Jacob P said, I don't like how they diss Shizzy. Who the hell dissed me? I take that personal. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
let's
man.
see. Do we have any more questions? I think we got maybe.
I saw a few.
Okay, let's see. Ace. So, what's the benefit for Ord Rev holders? Did we get whitelist?
Oh, where'd it go? My bad. I think I clicked off it. Should you have it? There you go.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, the benefit for Ordinal Revolution OG pass holders has already been a lot.
Yeah.
You know, these were airdrops, guys, to initially, and then the people that picked them up off secondary, we always welcome you to the family. But you know, we've had the Verithium Mines airdrop, which there's huge stuff coming with that. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to say any more. Watch the next members video. Hopefully we can. Anyways, and then also we had the mac and cheese mint. That was, you know, that was a free mint for you guys. You just had to pay fees. Even though it did dump, you know, you still made 3x from what you paid, and that's the lowest floor. What else did we have? We had something else as well, and we just did the airdrop like a month and a half ago or something like that. We have one coming up. We can't officially announce it yet. Here in the next few...
I don't know.
Did you see the chat? So I think he wants to wait a little bit.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Was he mad about that?
Nah, I don't think he'll be mad about it. Anyways, it's something that's big. We're gonna announce that on the brand account probably in the next 2 days. Look out for that, because there's going to be you know, details and timestamps and stuff like that. So to answer your question, there's been a lot of benefits. Check out the testimonials in our Discord. You know, so, and the price too has the price is kind of, it's held between like 12 and like 1800, you know. So
yeah, and someone floored it for 600 yesterday, and so it got bought up in seconds. I was actually going to go buy it, but so it got bought up like 30 seconds before I went to buy it.
Yeah,
I was like, damn it. And yeah, so real quick, we got
best
shout
looking
out my
pass
boy.
in the space. I wanted to say that best looking pass in the space.
Easily. Shout out my boy Danny. Danny in the building. He said, oh my God, I have earpieces in 24/7. And that is why, sir, you are gonna make it. But yeah, man. And then who else do we have? We have some members in here that we missed earlier. I just want to spotlight them. Oh, there we go. There he is. There he is. As always, Mr. Yagobi Yasir. What's up, buddy?
Well, hold on a second. This is not. I didn't mean to do that, but someone said it seems only members can ask questions. That's not true. I literally pulled up your question a second ago, but maybe you put this in before I did that. I didn't see this though, but we definitely try to get non-members questions. Of course, we're going to prioritize our members.
If you're a member, I'm good. I like green, right? I like the color green, but no.
My favorite color, money, because my favorite color green.
But yeah, is that all the questions we have?
Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Does our Korean artist MMSS have any prospects? Not sure what you mean by prospects, but they have a good relationship with Merlin. I know that they were in the first round of the seal. I think, like, so this is what I would like to see. This is what I would love to see. The BRC 20s that are in the seal with the M tokens, I would love to see some liquidity pools start to happen once those M tokens are released. I'm not sure if those BRC 20 M tokens are released yet, or if you can gain access to those, but those are going to be a big deal, I think, once that happens, because people can start putting MMSS with M Bitcoin or just regular Bitcoin pools in Merlin Swap, and we'll start to see that momentum grow. And that's really where the excitement's going to come over for those BRC 20s, guys, in my opinion. Because then people are like, oh, I can just swap these out now. I don't have to put my listing up on Unisat or OKX and wait for someone to buy them. Now people can trade because there's liquidity here. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, man.
And then we got Yasher as well. It says, is it true that those rune stones will turn into runes tokens after halving? You want to go ahead and answer that?
Yeah, so yeah, you're gonna get another airdrop. Leonidas basically sold the Rune 1, I think the original, for what was it, like it was a bunch of Bitcoin, 6 Bitcoin, something like that.
8.
8 Bitcoin, and
Yeah, on
that's going to
auction,
be the money that is eligible for the what will help with the airdrop and the mint of the Runestone token. They don't have a name for it yet. I'm assuming it's going to be called Runestone token or something similar to that, but because it's called Runestone. But yeah, so I think a day or two after the halving, you're probably going to see airdrops galore. So
yeah. Yep. They're gonna definitely do the airdrop here, guys, and that was the whole purpose of the auction. Like Shizzy said, they needed to raise money for the fees to airdrop to you guys, to the holders, and so yeah, man, 375 people in here on a Monday morning. We appreciate you guys. It's been a hell of a show. It's fun as always. Love doing this with you guys, with you, Shizzy, every morning, and with you guys as well. Yeah,
I know. I'm just gonna watch this clock for a little while. But you guys don't know, we have the Bitcoin halving clock up here. I look at this a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a crazy person. I'm gonna get one of these put on like a TV in my house, and just I can walk by it all day. Just have it to this one website. But if you guys don't know, the website is called bitbo.io/halving, and you can kind of get this right here. It's really cool. It tells you the date, and right now the halving date is April 19th, 2024. We want to slow down Bitcoin a little bit so we can hit that 420. How cool would that be?
Oh, that'd be amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah, man.
Amazing.
So 24 days, 7 hours, 57 minutes, and 38 seconds left into the Bitcoin halving, where the block reward goes from 6.35 to 3.13. Very excited for that.
Sir. Yes, sir. And guys, if you guys are going to be at NFT NYC, we're going to be at a lot of these events, hanging out. Hopefully we can meet some of you guys. That'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, we have that. And then also the website, if you want to get into that.
Yeah, man. So if you guys go to ordinalrevolution.com up here, 21% off all tickets to Bitcoin Nashville. That is another way to support the show. And we just have amazing articles, guys. We have some of the best articles. If you're new to ordinals, you need to check out this site. You can learn so much by just reading. And if you guys are going to Bitcoin Nashville, don't go without having some merch. If it's not ours, make sure always wear your ordinals gear. But we have some of the hottest stuff here. This is personally my favorite. I have a 401b, so screw your 401k. Nice. But yeah, so check out all of our stuff here. Even if you're not going to purchase, just give it a quick look. Maybe one day. I mean, I think they're fairly priced, so check them out over there. And I think that's it. Did we miss on anything?
No, man. I think we covered everything. Another great show. One for the books.
Yeah, man. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. See you guys.
Peace.
We OG, or no OG. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.